Are you done with the movie? Are you finished? Is
We
it
are.
over?
We have like a couple more color correction things to do, but we're done.
Yeah, JJ, it's fucking done. You did it. You destroyed Star Wars. You created an unholy feminist propaganda abomination of a movie that shamelessly and unsuccessfully rips off the original trilogy. The Force Awakens is a vampire that feeds off of people's nostalgia and disgust of the prequels. It's nothing more than empty hype, devoid of any logic or care of its established canon. Now, you might say that I'm a hater, that I'm just flaming, but no, I love Star Wars. I grew up watching Star Wars, and that's exactly why I'm doing this video. To show you the deep satanic abyss this franchise has fallen into. Now sit back, relax, grab your best friend, grab your fucking cereal, and let's watch this shit. So the film starts by showing a ship and a bunch of stormtroopers. Then we got to the first problem of the movie. So this guy Poe, the best pilot in the Resistance, meets Lord San Tekka, named only as the old man in the movie, to get a USB about Luke Skywalker's location. Now, it's not clear when and how the old man got the USB. According to the wiki, after Luke disappeared, the old man retired on Jakku. So, did he get the USB before or after retiring? If he got it before, then what the fuck is he doing on fucking Jakku, one of the most inhospitable, isolated, and poorly defended planets in the fucking galaxy? You'd think that having this crucial information that could literally decide the future of the Resistance, if not the galaxy, and certainly the future of the Jedi, he would go straight to Resistance HQ at 1 billion miles an hour. If he got the info after he retired, then how did he get it? I mean, he was on an isolated planet. Did he find it in the sand, in his luggage, in a dirty sock? I don't get it. If he found the USB on Jakku, why did he wait for Poe? Did he think he was being followed? I don't know, man. Nothing's explained. So he gives Poe the USB, and the Empire, I mean the sinister First Order, invades and Poe runs away. But his ship gets damaged and he sends his droid away with the USB. He then proceeds to fight. Wait, why? I mean, yeah, they shoot his ship, but then they completely ignore him. He even murders one of their dudes and literally no one shoots back. Why isn't he running away? I mean, this guy's so fucking ninja that he actually does a stealth attack on Kylo Ren. It doesn't work, but still, man, what the actual fuck? Anyway, Kylo Ren shows up and he's, oh man, I know he's supposed to be a cross between Darth Vader and this other guy Revan, but you know what the two have in common? They're intimidating and badass, unlike this guy who's a pussy emo kid with daddy issues that fails in almost everything he does. I mean, he captures the old man, they have a back and forth, and then he straight up kills him. What the fuck? We know that Kylo can read minds, and the old man should theoretically have a lot of knowledge about the Resistance, and especially Luke, since he was the guy who presumably first got the USB, but he straight up slashes the fucker without extracting any information. The old man even says,
I'll show you the dark side.
You may try.
he doesn't do it. Why? We're led to believe that he killed him purely out of spite, because the old man knew his true identity, or because he mentioned his family or something. His mission would have instantly failed if not for Poe being a dumbass and staying around. Moving on, the village gets wasted, Poe gets captured, and then we cut to the grand reveal of FN 2187, also known as Finn, a disloyal stormtrooper, whose very existence is the result of a cancerous amalgamation of contradictions. Frankly, this scene is the first and last time we should see this man. I mean, he didn't shoot anyone in the village, violated orders, and as a result, Captain Phasma, his superior, sends him to do a mental evaluation while sending his blaster for inspection. I mean, Finn freaks out throughout the movie and is clearly in a state of mental shock after what just happened. You think he can maintain his calm and come up with convincing lies to the people whose literal profession involves brainwashing and psychological control? You think they would notice that his blaster hasn't fired a single shot, or at the very least, much less shots than the other stormtroopers? But no, they determine that he's fine and totally not a traitor.
N2187 reported to my division, was evaluated and sent to reconditioning.
No prior signs of nonconformity.
This was his first offense.
What are they smoking, man? And don't get me started on Kylo Ren. This guy, who can literally sense people's emotions, who stared at Finn for a good 5 seconds in the village, and who literally mentions him by name when he escapes,
FN 2187.
does nothing to stop him. Why? He knows Finn betrayed him. At the very least, he should strongly suspect it, but nothing. This makes Ren out to be either lazy, uncaring, or plain fucking stupid. While this fiasco was happening, we get introduced to Rey, our main protagonist. She's a scavenger and aspiring pilot who lives an incredibly shitty life, selling junk for food. Seriously, I never got around the food thing. Here we are in this futuristic society and food seems more valuable than advanced spaceship technology or some Mad Max type of shit. I bet those rations are made in the billions in advanced fully automatic factories, which should make the cost per pack like a few cents. So why would anyone in their right mind stay on Jakku only to be ripped off by that fat motherfucker? The only reason Rey is staying on the planet is to wait for her parents to come back, which is absurd, since they've been gone for presumably over a decade and are likely dead. The fucking sentient Cheeto even points this out later in the movie, claiming that Rey personally knew this all along.
You already know the truth. Whomever you're waiting for on Jakku, they're never coming back.
Why the fuck didn't she leave? Anyway, she finds the droid, pisses off the fat guy, who then proceeds to send his goons to get what he wants, desert mafia style. Meanwhile on the ship, Poe wakes up and oh my god guys, was he watching him the whole time while he was unconscious? Dude, this scene doesn't make him scary, it just makes him seem like a rapist, bro. Kyle reads his mind and just leaves him. Why? Isn't this guy an established mass murderer? He killed an entire village and the old man without hesitation. He got everything he needed from Poe, so why is he still alive? Why isn't he being shoved down a fucking airlock? So Finn breaks him out, they have an action scene, and crash land on Jakku. Finn crashes from fucking space and wakes up, of course, without so much as a scratch. I really want those future seatbelts, bro, they're amazing. Poe, on the other hand, disappears, presumed dead from his crash from, fucking space. So Finn takes Poe's jacket and wanders through the desert. Back on the ship, Ren questions General Hux about his soldiers and suggests Space Hitler should use a clone army. Actually, that's a good question. Why the fuck isn't he using a clone army? Clones are physically identical to each other and grow at twice the rate of normal people, so you can have a lot of them in a short time at the same or better quality compared to normal soldiers. That's why Palpatine got an entire galactic army in just 10 years. But the main reason he made them is because their loyalty was encoded straight in their genes. That's why Order 66 worked, because the clones could physically not question it. A normal soldier might think for himself, and if he thinks for himself, he might, I don't know, disagree with the genocidal, planet-destroying policies of the fucking space Nazis. General Hux rebuts this with the funniest line in the movie.
Perhaps Leader Snoke should consider using a clone army.
My men are exceptionally trained, programmed from birth.
Oh my god, guys, you'll see later how stupid this is. We cut back to Finn, who meets up with Rey and tells her about the USB. Then the First Order attacks, they run away, straight into this scene.
Hey! Are you okay?
Yeah. Follow me.
This is representative of one of the huge issues of the movie. Now, I realize what JJ was trying to do. This scene, combined with refusing Finn's handholding, is supposed to signify that Rey is a strong, independent woman that doesn't need help to survive. She doesn't need a man to save her. After all, she survived the harshness of the desert and the psychopaths of the planet, all by herself, for an entire life. This scene would work if she wasn't such a perfection of a character. She's the most skilled person in the movie. She's an ace pilot, ace mechanic, ace warrior, ace force user, you name it. She's way too powerful for no reason, and no amount of desert dwelling can convince me otherwise. If so, the guys in Sahara should be fucking super soldiers. This turns Finn from co-protagonist to someone who's just there to show how much better Rey is, and how he'd be dead without her. Really, she sets a bad example that makes girls think that they don't need to put any effort to be successful. Imagine if Sarah Connor in Terminator 1 would immediately try and confront the Terminator, guns blazing. It wouldn't make any sense, since she's a fucking barmaid. In Terminator 2, she's a badass and we buy it, because she obsessively spends years of her life in preparation to fight the next Terminator. After all she goes through, of course she's good with a gun. Here, it's just absurd. It kills the drama, because we know Rey's amazingness can deal with any situation and beat any villain, regardless of whether or not it will make sense for her to do so. God, let's move on. So they plan on escaping Jakku and run straight into the Millennium Falcon. The Millennium Falcon. God damn it! I'm not complaining yet, just wait. So they escape on the Falcon, and of course she has perfect knowledge of how to repair and fly it. Oh, I'm sorry, Rey. I didn't notice the giant fucking spaceship you had parked behind your shack. I mean, here I was thinking that the poor scavenger could only afford a desert bike, but no, the desert apparently teaches you how to fly spacefaring vessels.
How did you do that?
I don't know.
They escape, we have a chocolate milk scene, then we cut to this guy, reporting to Kylo Ren, who freaks out, cause his minions didn't get the droid. Kylo, why didn't you get the droid? You know, like you fucking tried before? I don't know, guys, maybe he got sick of Jakku or something. Fucking space ninjas trying to kill him.
Anything else?
The two were accompanied by a girl.
What's with this guy, man? Why does he choke him now and not before? He doesn't know who Rey is at this point, she's just a random girl. Why is he so pissed off when she's mentioned? Anyway, the Falcon gets captured by a giant ship and our heroes meet Han Solo. I swear, this is the part where the movie just implodes in on itself. Like they stopped even trying. We find out why the Millennium Falcon is on Jakku.
I stole it from Unkar Plot. He stole it from the Irving boys who stole it from Duquesne.
Who stole it from me?
So, let me get this straight. The ship is stolen from Han, then it's stolen again twice, it ends up in the exact city where Finn and Rey meet, it's stolen again, only to be found by its original owner, who just happened to be in the area where these guys escaped. Bravo, JJ. Gold fucking star for script writing, bro. I mean, seriously, guys. This isn't a giant coincidence. This is a shitload of fuck. This is shitty writing of the 11th fucking degree. JJ turned the plot into an excuse to have the Falcon and these characters in the same movie. Bro, listen. Logic, in this case, is not optional. And don't get me started on why Han is a smuggler again. Trust me, we'll get that and it's fucking stupid. So they get boarded by pirates, they fuck around with some monster who sucks, then they escape at light speed. Next, we see the Starkiller base, whose existence is basically impossible. The Empire, who by the way, ruled almost the entire galaxy, spent a large amount of their GDP on building this kind of shit. They had trillions of people and God knows how many planets they could tax and take resources from. But these guys, they have nowhere near the amount of territory. It's mathematically impossible in terms of money and materials to build this. It's like expecting ISIS to build a kilometer-sized Terminator. No matter how many people that Rolex-wearing fuck starves, he still can't do it.